Hi, my name is Andy, and I'll be your lecturer for the semester. And what I'm going to do is just narrate the syllabus via this video. So what we have here is we have the course website. So this is where you're going to go to access the e-textbook. This e-textbook contains all the chapters, most of the assessments, and so it's got text, it's got video, it's got questions, poll questions that ask you. It's got all of it embedded inside the e-textbook. And to go to it, you just simply go and purchase the access code from the school, from the bookstore, and oftentimes they mark up the prices. Or you can just go straight to the website here, and you can purchase the access code there. Finally, at the bottom, you'll see the web support link, and oftentimes there will be something that might happen, or maybe there will be you can't view a video. Just simply click on the web support, and it should help you as far as answering your questions in about a 24-hour period. Course information and content is delivered to you, the student, via 15 different chapters. And so what will happen is a chapter will open on a Monday at 12:01 a.m. and then close the following Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. So essentially one chapter, 1 week. And so what's going on in the first week? Chapter 1. The second week, Chapter 1 will be closed, and now Chapter 2 is open. Then the third week, Chapter 3, and so on. It's a very simple idea. Now, I'll explain the schedule more at the end of this video, but if you already have your syllabus, go ahead and open it up, and you'll see it towards the bottom. In terms of the grading, there's 250 total points for the semester. And you can find the grading scale in the syllabus, and I'm not going to go and cover the grading scale. But where do these 250 points originate? Where do they come from? We've got 15 chapter quizzes, so each chapter has a quiz, and those are worth 10 points each, and so that's 150 points, or 60% of the total points for the semester. But of course, if your grade was completely relying on multiple choice questions, that probably wouldn't be too cool. So what I do is I add other things to add to the various types of assessments. And so there's 3 different assignments, totaling 55 points. Those are all going to be worth different point totals, but total, the 3 assignments are worth 55 points, which is 22% of the total points for the course. So 22% of that 250 total. Then we have 6 discussion forum posts. Those are each 5 points each. And so 6 times 5 equals 30 points, and that's 12% of the total points. Finally, there's 15 free point activities. Each of those free point activities are worth 1 point. I'll also be referring to these as FPAs, and so then that relates to 6% of the total points for the course. So each of our 15 chapters also has a chapter quiz. And the chapter quiz in each of the chapters will be worth 10 points, and you'll have 10 multiple choice questions that will cover the readings, videos, supplemental links, just anything that's from the online textbook. During the quiz, you'll have 20 minutes to complete it, those 10 questions, and studies have shown that that is exactly the right amount of length. Actually, it's a little bit long, but I help you guys out, and so that should be more than adequate time if you're prepared. If you're just hopping on the computer and trying to find the answers as you complete the quiz, yeah, of course it's going to be quite tough. But if you know the stuff, if you've done the work, yeah, this should be very, very, very simple to complete in 20 minutes. In fact, most students complete it average about 10 minutes. You only get 1 attempt. So instead of taking it as many times and me scoring the best one, nope, pressure's on. You get 1 attempt. But that's how life is. Next up are the 3 different assignments of varying degrees of difficulty represented in the point totals for each. First off, we've got assignment 1, which is located in chapter 2. So that's assignment 1 will be something that will be due during the first week of the semester. It's only worth 5 points. It's a very, very simple assignment. Step up the degree of difficulty for assignment 2, which will be found in chapter 4, and that's worth 10 points. Then there's the country profile assignment. So once again, if this course was just nothing but multiple choice questions, does that really showcase learning? Probably not. What is a really good way to showcase learning is adding other types of assignments. And so the one big written assignment is the country profile assignment. And I'll explain that more in depth here in a minute. But what will happen is the country profile assignment, you'll have 3 different options. But each country profile assignment, so the one that you choose to do, is worth 40 points. Now let's focus in on the country profile assignments, the largest assessment in the entire semester for this course. So here, the country profile assignment, you have a choice. You can do option 1, which happens in the early part of the semester, option 2 somewhere in the middle, and then option 3 towards the end. And so the idea there is, with having choice, then, let's say you're going to have, give birth, or you're going to get married, or you're going to have a funeral early in the semester, then later in the semester when maybe you have more free time. And so that's the idea with these choices. Also, maybe they're related, so they'll open up, and then 2 weeks later, they'll close. What they also do is they cover concepts discussed in that current chapter or maybe the week or two prior. So essentially what these are is application of concepts. This isn't go out and memorize or copy and paste stuff, I should say, and regurgitate it and paste it into a word given data and some information about some random country you probably never heard of. Now you apply the concepts in the textbook to that random country. That's simple. I also have included the average semester grades for each of these different options to also give you an idea, kind of degree of difficulty, let's say. I would argue that a lot of the reasons why the patterns you see here are related to just typical student behavior. Overachieving students usually do work earlier in the semester, which is why option 1 has a higher average grade compared to option 3, where I get a lot of students that only just turn in stuff that's half done. So they get a 20 out of 40, and of course it's going to affect the overall average grade. So once again, you have a choice. So choose one of them. You get 2 weeks to complete them. They relate to the current stuff that's being discussed in that particular, that chapter or the chapter prior, and we can see the average grades for each of them. Next up, we have the different discussion forums, and so each discussion forum, like I've mentioned beforehand, is worth 5 points. However, with that being said, they do, as far as their degree of difficulty, do vary quite a bit. This is an opportunity for you to explain things, talk about yourself, apply concepts to yourself, interact with other students perhaps, and so this provides an opportunity to go beyond the textbook and actually converse with each other, or actually share your viewpoints or share your ideas or your thoughts. And so these are just follow the directions. Follow them to a T. You should be good. 5 points. These should be very easy. These should be ways to boost up a grade. Finally, there's the free point activities. And the free point activities, there's about one of them per chapter, but sometimes you'll have a chapter that'll have 2, maybe even 3. Other times you'll have a chapter that doesn't have them at all. But these are very, very easy. So this should be a situation where at the end of the semester, you've got yourself 15 free points. And so this is just, should be 15 out of 15. All you do is just complete them. So these are going to be like poll questions. These are going to be questions, how do you feel? What are your thoughts? And what will happen is I'll collect that data, and then I'll share that data with everybody. And so it's kind of a deal where I use this to also understand kind of what you're thinking. But these are very, very simple. And you'll see one starting off the very first chapter at the beginning. You'll see a very simple free point activity to kind of showcase what these are all about. Finally, here's the schedule as shown in the syllabus. So this is just another way to kind of trying to kind of visualize and understand the layout of the course, the organization of it. But I also suggest printing out the syllabus and kind of using this as a checklist. And so as you go through week 1, you look at the assessments and you go, well, okay, I completed chapter 1 quiz, scratch it out. I completed discussion forum 1, scratch it out. And so kind of use it as a checklist to make sure you're not completing any assessments. So it's another good way to kind of stay on top and stay organized on the course. And so use this schedule to make sure you're with it. One thing that this schedule does not include is those country profile assignments. You don't see those in there, but I've already explained when those are and how those work in a previous slide. I hope you have a great semester. I hope you find this course to be interesting, enjoyable. I also hope you find me to be quite accessible. You can message me at bakeran@iupui.edu. Once again, my name is Andy. You can find my email and my information at the top of the syllabus. You can also message me at Canvas in the messages in the inbox.